majority of you probably all know how I feel about this episode of Hamatora before you even walked into this video review. So before I get into that part, I want to talk about what I felt about the beginning and the ending parts of this episode. So my theory proved to be true from last review. I pretty much stated most likely Moro would transform into Art with his minimum power and portray as him going to the police force and try to hang out with Nice. We didn't technically see him interact with Nice, but we did get to see Moro transform into Art, and also Art has been completely forgotten. Nobody knows he's truly dead, and there was a mysterious girl alongside Moro at the beginning of this episode that is working alongside of him, and most likely hid Art's body and probably buried him somewhere. So, there's a lot of questions going on at the beginning. It's a really interesting little segment, and I actually had a lot of good feels to that. So I'm like, yes, hell yes, they're actually continuing on with the atmosphere of last episode. And then we get into the hunk of shit of the middle entire section of this episode. Are you fucking kidding me? Okay, let me tell you. This was bad. Okay, actually, I take that back. It was good in a sense, but you don't put an episode like this right in the middle of, like, pretty much a very dramatic and atmospheric episode from last episode. I mean, literally, we all have to agree, last episode, the ending of episode 7, was so freaking shocking. Art died, and it captured my emotions and feels, because Art was an interesting character alongside Moro. So that feel and the emotions I got was completely just shit on this entire middle part of the episode. Let me explain why. So, we go from an actually interesting plot starting to develop into an actual beach fan service episode with cucumber sword fights. What the fuck did I just watch? So, we already had a yaoi spa fan service episode. Now we're going to a beach fan service episode with cucumber fighting. Well, okay. And then we go to an actual episodic, once again, episode about someone that's got a minimum power from Moro. Who guessed it? Oh my god, it's a standard cliche episodic thing we've seen over and over now. And so, the entire concept of this episode really was just lacking and boring. Okay, the dude, I don't even know their names, the brother was pretty much making this, like, drink called Ideal to make people go unconscious and, like, I guess, live their dreams and escape from reality. Was cool in a sense, but it didn't go anywhere. They could have used it in a lot of different, I guess, situations, and I felt like it wasn't just, it didn't fit into this actual episode along with what last episode gave us. And then we go right in the middle of the actual, I guess, cucumber fighting scene to somehow the brother got kidnapped, they're racing in a vehicle, and then the vehicle gets thrown into the beach water. So, how'd that scene even happen? Okay, maybe I missed something. Maybe I completely overlooked how the brother got kidnapped, like, literally instantly, and somehow they flew into the water in the ocean with their vehicle. I know Nice did it, but still, it felt like that entire pacing right there was just way too fast, or rushed, or out of sync. Whatever it was, the entire middle section, I'm just going to tell you right here, was utter shit. The animation was derpy in some sections with the characters' faces. The music was good, yes, but it was just downright nothing important to the plot whatsoever. There was no plot. There was no development, actually, if I think about it. There was no character development, really, at all. We have our standard characters, and they just, no development. So, besides that, the ending part is when it kind of started getting good again. We have entire Moro doing his crazy deeds. He's wanting to activate his plan. You see a bunch of people laying on the table that looks like their brains are about to be cut out. So, Moro's doing his crazy deeds once again. They put the most dramatic scene at the end of the episode, probably to make viewers say, oh, I want to watch the next episode. And the next episode will probably come around and say, oh, we're going to shit all on your hopes. We're just going to make the entire episode episodic. Okay, my entire summary of this episode, it was good in parts. The ending and beginning scene of this episode was enjoyable, but everything else was just utter garbage. I don't even know how you could ruin such an emotional moment of what the last episode tried to portray. I mean, we had such a good, decent story starting to play out. I mean, you all know how I feel about the series the past couple of episode reviews, but when that episode 7 came around, I was like, oh my god, this is pretty good. And then they give us this, just, are they trying to piss off their fans or their watchers? Are they seriously trying to do that? The entire summary of this episode was just rather silly. It didn't make no sense with the actual plot line. I mean, we've already had a small beach episode now, and now we're getting on to pretty much episode 9 next week. There's only going to be 12 episodes. How the fuck are you going to tell a story that's actually very decent in that little amount of time with what you're doing with all these episodic episodes that don't make a lick of sense in the actual plot line? So, really, Terrible episode. I give it a 2 out of 10. Or no, I take it back. I give it a 1 out of 10. It was terrible. Anyways, it's going to be the end of my anime review on Hamatora this week. Tell me your thoughts on it. Did you enjoy it? And did you like the actual beginning and ending? What do you think about my theory about Moral going to be portraying as art in the actual police force? So, tell me your opinions on that. Y'all, wonderful day or not, wherever you live. Please stay safe. Chibi out.